So I hear somebody tried to clip my boy again over at Mar-a-Lago. Well, I tell you, you guys need to mellow out and leave the President of the United States alone. He's a pretty good guy. But anyway, we don't got no time to deal with the clown show that is America. We're going to get started dealing with the imagery that we've got to show you here as part of the Poleshift Alert episodes. Letting you know what's about to happen, potentially. Maybe a pole shift of Earth. We could be wrong. We've been right so far. So let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? Now, everybody knows that we're living in a world of AI and we're living in a world of big tech, and they control everything that we know and everything that we see and everything that we hear, and they know how to bury stories, and they'll even probably go so far as to claim to tell you that things that you're seeing from particular places when you see them are AI, when you'll know deep in your bones that they're not. I think we all know the difference between something that's fakey and something that's not. We all have seen bad movies. We've all seen good movies that have great CGI and great special effects. So when an earthquake hits beneath your feet, you're going to know it's not no special effect. And according to the Bible, the rapture, which I believe is a pole shift of Earth caused by a binary star, and I believe the revelation is that Earth has two suns. I believe that when this global cataclysm occurs, whatever it may be, a partial pole shift, a full pole shift, a meteor strike, earthquake, volcanic activity, whatever cataclysm may come, I believe that according to what estimates are from AI, approximately 80% of us are going to go the way of the dodo bird sometime this year or the next. It is unfortunate, but true. So let's move on. Now, in my previous videos, we showed 3D relief maps of California, Texas a little bit, and Florida. This is Utah. Now, Utah's got some very interesting features, and if you don't, if you look at it, it looks like water was running straight down there towards the Grand Canyon in large volumes, as if something had tilted the earth and water was just running. Massive amounts of water just ran through there at one time. I think that the maps show specifically that water was just streaming down out of Utah. Shall we continue? There's a close-up view of it right there. And I'll tell you, that looks like a large amount of water just created those canyons, as if a whole ocean ran out of there. Doesn't that look like about 1,000 rivers? So some serious water came through that area. No one can say it did not. I think the evidence shows and proves that terrain was caused by a massive flood going through that region. So, did all that water run down into Arizona, into the Grand Canyon there? Is that what went on? Apparently, the Grand Canyon goes out in the ocean around 20 miles. It's my belief that all that water, see all that sand? That's the bottom of an ancient ocean that ran out through this area and made its way towards what is now the Pacific Ocean in most likely a pole shift event. So the United States has got some interesting mountains and stuff over there. Very, very strange the way half the country has the mountains and then the rest of the place. It's just like something massive just went through there. I know it looks weird. It's like, what in the hell happened? Somebody want to explain it, please? Somebody help me out here. Explain what the hell happened in the middle of the United States there to create that entire imagery. Some dude on TikTok just recently filmed this in Arizona. Well, that sure looks like a sphinx to me. Why are crafts that are landing in Sedona, Arizona, in the Rendlesham Forest saying that they are there to study Sedona? Is Arizona Egypt? Is Utah Jerusalem? Who would know? There's a lot of strange stuff going on in the United States that we have never been told, isn't there? All over the world in places of global power, we see that they've got these same objects. And we wonder, can somebody please explain these to us? Explain this to me like we're 5. Explain to us this hierarchy of man. We'd like to know about you in your silence. Now this right here, I believe is England. And these poor guys, they're going to be in for a bad day. They're going to get washed right over the top of. And there was a time when you see this area out here to my right, that it used to go all the way and attach to the inland. We don't know where this water is going to go in this Poleshift. But you have to be on the correct side of mountain ranges to make sure you're not washed away by waves. You need to have bunkers in places where things aren't going to flood. We don't know where it's going to recede, where it's going to flood. But we do know that you want to be up away from the coastlines and away from where a lot of water may come flowing through. Now these guys know that this thing is here. That right there is the sun in the center, and they black it out. It's one of those Sol 1 and Sol 2. So I think I've shown you guys that a lot of these places along the West Coast and through these mountain ranges have been clearly created by a massive flood event. When it occurred, I believe, is probably around 12,000 years ago. Now there's various time frames, this, add 1,000, take 1,000 away, this and that. Anybody that wants to tell you a pole shift is an immediate thing is a liar. They are events that take a while. I know the main event cracks off pretty quick, but they've already had events in Japan, tsunamis. They've already had tsunamis in Indonesia. And we've already had cracking in Africa. We've already had volcanoes going off. We've already had rips in Antarctica or Iceland or wherever. And these are the very same kind of rips that created the Great Lakes. So we see the effects of our incoming binary star and the massive, the mass and the gravitational pull that is creating on our planet are creating massive changes and cataclysmic activity and weather patterns to go whack. We're going to keep being here to push your buttons. We're going to keep telling you the truth, letting you know that we don't have no pause switch. So don't let people play you. Stock up and prepare. Pole shift. Trust no one. Believe no one.